A lot of love.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Still a lot of hurt feelings over that deal in Dallas, where Luka was obviously incredibly popular. You heard that intro. Don't forget about Anthony Davis. A little hug for LeBron James for the game. And off we go. And Luka got right to work back in the old.
No, that's 40.
And then Doncic over AD for another three.
Now, Smitty and Matt, after I see him cooking like that, I'm starting to send somebody at him, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Somebody else got to get 45.
Somebody else got to get 40.
It's Austin Reeves to LeBron. Don't forget about him. He made some history tonight. Then Doncic drives in for the layup to tie it at 40. Then for the putback dunk. Lakers up by 2. Doncic, 31 at half.
Did you say 31?
31 at half.
Obviously, we've seen this movie before, but the Mavs fan hasn't.
Game tied at 60. Marshall inside to Davis. It's a 7-0. Beats his man. He had 27. Lakers pulling away up by 8. And then Doncic through everybody.
Come on,
wait.
Come on, man.
Put it into
He
crazy.
put that in slow motion on his phone.
I'm not that tech savvy, but I know what you mean. Doncic, 7 of 10 from three-point range, 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. The third highest scoring game by a player in his first return to his old home arena in NBA history. Lakers win it 112-97.
You said that you didn't know what your emotions were going to be like tonight. Just what were you feeling out there on the court?
I don't know, honestly. Everybody saw me the way I reacted to the video. All these fans, I really appreciate it, man. All the teammates I had, everybody had my back. I'm just happy, this guy, I love these fans. I love the city, but it's time to move on.
What was it like for you sitting there watching all that love, watching that video pregame?
So many emotions. Can't even explain it. Brought tears to my eyes. Like I said, I came as a young kid here with 18, and I know what to expect from NBA. And they made me feel like home. And it's just a lot of great memories.
How were you able to not be too emotional, to still come out and play and perform the way you did?
I don't know how I did it, because when I was watching that video, I was like, there's no way I'm playing this game. But all my teammates had my back. They were really supporting me, so I really appreciate that.
Other than getting the win, other than putting up 45, what was the best part about coming back home here to Dallas?
First of all, I could sleep in my bed, but then just to be back with the fans that I spent 6.5 years with, supporting me like that was just unbelievable for me.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Luka Doncic is a cool customer, but he's also a human being, and you saw that during those emotional pregame video and introductions. You guys have both been back with old teams, facing old teams. This was a different circumstance, but try to get inside his head a little bit and what might have been going on tonight.
Yeah, I think to your question, Matt, most of us have been traded because the team didn't want us anymore. And they went out there and found another team. Hear all these rumors, Matt, but at the end of the day, we as players give it our all when you're first drafted by that original team. That original emotion really messes with you. When you go back, if you want to get traded or if you ask to be traded, that can have a different emotion. But in Luka's case, he didn't ask to be traded.
Yeah, totally, Matt. And to piggyback off 3D, that first trade for all of us, then you start to say, this is the business of basketball. I think you still have the love and the passion for it. For me, I guess I only can speak for me, it went from, I know I'm in the business, know I'm in the NBA, but when you get traded, you go, oh, this is what they're talking about. Until it happens to you, that feeling, and then obviously for a guy like Luka, generational talent, he probably never saw this coming. I mean, sometimes as players, you hear the rumors. There was no rumors we heard about. I'm sure he didn't hear about any rumors. And, if you're the Dallas Mavericks organization, because I won't say Nico, because this was more than just Nico that made this decision, they couldn't have the rumors out there with this type of talent.
Well, Nico Harrison has been hearing it from Dallas fans, and worse than that, by the way, since this deal went down back on February 2nd. And basketball-wise, the Mavericks are dealing without Kyrie Irving, obviously because of the ACL injury, but it hasn't worked for the defending Western Conference champions who fall to 12-19 since the trade, while the Lakers have propelled themselves into the top 3 in the West. And as long as he's in the league and as good as he is, this will be viewed as one of the more lopsided trades in league history. And no offense to Anthony Davis, who's a great player in his own right, but the absence of first-round picks, the difference in age, everything else that comes with it, it's still hard 2 months later to reconcile what happened.
And Matt, if you kept talking, you keep pouring that salt in that wound because you kept adding to it. I mean, I think, unfortunately for the Mavericks, at the time, you looked at the trade, you said, wow, this is a generation of talent. But when you had a Kyrie not injured, AD got injured, Gafford, Lively, if they weren't injured, obviously I think they'll have at least 5 or 6 or 7 more wins. They'll be a team that I think will be fighting for third, fourth, or fifth. But unfortunately right now is without those guys, and especially AD missing so much time, the more the Lakers win, the more Dallas loses. It makes this trade very hard for the Mavericks fans and organization.
And guys, when you talk to different people, I think to your point, Matt, the biggest thing is if Nico had to do it over, would you open it up and create this circus that you kind of avoided?
Create a market.
You didn't want, that's my point. But some people say, well, if that market would have been open, would the wound be bigger? Because people was like, well, what the hell are you doing trading him for right now?
Yeah.
So basically doing it secretive, making a phone call, getting it done right away, kind of let Pandora's box not really open all the way up, if you will. So I'm trying to think now that it's over with, maybe you should have done it, because I'm with you, Matt, and most people that talk about it. For Luka Doncic, I want to get 9 picks. You know what I mean? If Mikal Bridges was 5 picks and all these other,
Rudy Gobert was 5 first-round picks.
Rudy Gobert was 5, and man, give me 7 picks and 2 players, and give me some of the chefs, give me some of the kitchen and stuff too, because that's what people couldn't grab their head around. That okay, all right, I'm hearing rumors, and we've heard rumors before, but I think we want to open up Pandora's box because you're supposed to get more than what you got for it. I think that's what it's hard for people to swallow.
But it didn't help that there were vague explanations about why they made the trade in the first place. We never really got to the bottom of it. I'm of the opinion we never will.
No,
whatever transpired in Dallas, we will never learn about publicly, and maybe that's for the best. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in someone's book.
Yeah, I'm about to say
20 years from now.
And you know, a player like that, you never can get player for player talent.
Right.
But I thought for sure Austin Reeves would have been in the deal, and possibly
a bunch of
first-round picks. I mean, that's the part I think that was tough for the Mavericks, you know, side of the deal, fans-wise.
Yeah. Amazing night for the Lakers and Luka Doncic. And before we move on to other business, Lakers, again, 3rd in the West now. The defense is not great. It may never be great, but Luka and LeBron and enough shooting around them.
Well, it